my loves, what is up, what is going on, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is the July 2023 month ahead prediction. We are going to be looking at the energies and what you can expect during your month of July of 2023. I just woke up. I am drinking my yummy tea this morning. So relax, sit down with me, and enjoy this month prediction for the month of July of 2023. If you are new to these videos, I'm going to give you a quick little explanation about how it works. So basically, I have 5 different groups in front of me. We have group number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you can take a moment, pause the video if you would like, in order to find the pile that you are the most drawn towards. And then once you are done choosing your pile, there's going to be timestamps linked down below in the comment box as well as the description box so that you can skip right ahead to your personal prediction for the month of July of 2023. If you are struggling with choosing a group, basically there are a few different tips that I have for you. So you could close your eyes and the first number that pops in your head between 1 and 5, that is your intuition speaking to you, and you would go with that number, just the first thing that pops up into your head. But if you also like to choose with crystals, and if you find that that helps you instead, then let's go ahead and put some crystals on these cards. All right, my loves, if you like to choose with crystals, here are our crystal options. So over on group number 1, we have some green fluorite. Group number 2, we have some amethyst. Group number 3, we have some desert rose. Group number 4, we have some yellow azustulite. And then group number 5, we have some opalite. So again, take a moment, pause the video if you would like in order to find the pile that you are the most drawn to. Again, if you're struggling with choosing a pile, one of the tips that I would have for you is to close your eyes and the first color or again number that pops into your head, that would be the group that you go with. So of course we have green over here, purple, kind of white or beige, then we have some yellow, and then we have some sort of blue kind of color right here. So take a moment, pause the video if you would like in order to find the pile that you're the most drawn towards. And then once you're done choosing, there's going to be timestamps linked down below in the comment box as well as the description box so that you can skip right ahead to your personal reading for the month of July. Again, just relax, hang out. I'm so excited to dive into this reading with you, and without further ado, let's go ahead and hop right into today's video. All right, so group number 1, if you chose this pile, this is going to be your reading, so let's hop right into it. Okay, so group number 1, the first 2 cards that we have for you is Enter the Chamber of Healing. Healing in the Divine Chamber of the Lady Isis. And then we also have Divine Destiny, the Path of the Divine Warrior. So one of the first kind of things that I'm feeling here is that some of you may be working on your health or trying to improve your health, maybe even just trying to improve your energy in general, or there may be some type of healing that you are going through, whether that be letting go of something or grieving something and coming back to a healthy, balanced, and joyful state. So the month of July, I really do see you shedding something. Like this whole depiction that's on this card makes me feel like you're shedding something, letting something go, and almost having a rebirth or a renewal of yourself. So there's something that I do think that you are shedding and letting go of, whether that be a bad habit or again, something that you were grieving or whatever. And there's a new you that is birthing out in the month of July. Like you're ready to be renewed, you're ready to shift and shed your old skin and kind of come out as a new person. So that is one of the first things that I'm feeling for you for the month of July. Also with Divine Destiny, and it says the Path of the Divine Warrior. You are going to have a very determined mindset in the month of July. That might be when it comes to maybe your health. Maybe you have a very determined mindset or a determined goal that you want to reach with your health or your physical body. There could be, something that you're very determined about. Or you're going to have this sort of reset. So if you're like shedding something in your life, I'm seeing this huge reset of your mind, of your direction, of where you see your life going. And there's this determination to kind of get over whatever hump or challenge that you've been going through. There's this determination to stick to what works, to stick to a good path that you know is going to bring you to more happiness and more fulfillment. And I just see you being this kind of warrior where you're like, nothing's getting in my way. Like nothing could get in the way of my vision, of my goal, and what I'm gonna reach. And I just see you believing in yourself more than you ever have before. And I also see, like, because of this rebirth that you're going through, it's almost like your path and your direction is changing and you're getting closer to what your true destiny is. And I feel like this is going to play an important part. It's really like you're ending an old chapter of your life, closing out an old book, and there's a new one that's opening for you. But this is the one that you're meant to come across. This is like the path that you were meant to go down. And I think it's going to shift you in so many ways. And I just see you getting so inspired and reinvigorated about life in general during the month of July. So let's see what else we have. We have the Queen of Cups coming up for you. Your intuition is leading you very strongly. And also with the King or the Queen of Cups, I see that your emotions are being smoothed out in a really beautiful way. So if you felt rough around the edges lately, or if you just felt like there was this grit about life, or that your emotions were a bit more, I don't know, rough lately, I see in the month of July that is going to be smoothing out for you. And I do feel like there's a lot of intuitive guidance that you're going to be receiving in the month of July that's going to really help smooth your path. And it's almost like you're willing to go with the flow. Like you're surrendering to where life is guiding you and where life is bringing you. And you know that there's certain things that you have to just let flow down the river in order for you to be free again. And that's kind of something that I'm really feeling for you. The Queen of Cups is also massively about healing as well. So there's something here that you're healing by letting your emotions flow, letting them come back to a calm kind of state. I see calmness coming for you as you release old things. I'm also, for some reason, hearing this might not be a message for all of you, but for some of you, I'm hearing that having a good cry is gonna really help you move forward. I don't think that's a message for every single one of you here, but for some of you, like if you've had like some pent up emotions about something, or if you've been noticing that your emotions have been just more dense lately, there might be something that maybe crying is going to help you, or maybe you've been feeling a lot of that pressure lately, and releasing that is going to really help you move forward and have like this cleanse. I just see this cleanse happening for you. You know, sometimes when it rains and then you go outside and everything just feels fresh and renewed and cleansed. For some reason, I'm feeling that for you, but on an internal kind of level, and an emotional level, and a spiritual level, maybe even a physical level. But there's something here where if you kind of have this emotional release, you're gonna just feel rebirthed and renewed from that. And sometimes those things are like the most important to do and to honor, right? We also have the Seven of Wands. I think you're just so ready also to kind of stand up for yourself, to stand up for what you want. There's a new level of confidence that you are gaining during the month of July. Like with the Seven of Wands, I feel like you're just telling yourself, I'm ready. I'm just going to go for it. I'm ready. I'm going to do it. You're really committing to a new path, and you're so ready and so determined to do whatever it takes to kind of just look at any challenges that are in front of you, and you're like, I got this. I'm going to overcome this. Like, I just don't want to face this anymore. So I'm just going to I'm going to do what I can to just heal it, to get over it, to deal with it, so I never have to deal with it again, right? I feel like you're just so ready to just face any fear, to squash any old like challenges or fears or things in your life that have been annoyances or just holding you back. There's like a new level of strength that you are gaining here as well. Like, there's just a new level of confidence that I can't even begin to explain. And even if you're doubting this right now, even if you're just like, I don't see that happening for me, like this is what's in the cards for you. This is what Spirit is bringing up. So you're going to come across this. I'm also feeling like July 12th is going to be an important date for you for some reason. It's just like getting stuff done, overcoming something big and getting very determined for something here. So there's a really positive energy. And also this tiger, I didn't even notice this tiger here. You're really like gaining your stripes, if that makes sense. Like you are feeling confident in you and you are ready to like earn your place. Not even that you have to earn it, because I hope this is making sense. It's like you are so determined to claim your space, to claim who you are, and to say, hey, this is me and I'm accepting myself for me and I'm going for it. I'm going for my dreams. Like, I just feel like you're really determined to achieve something. So yeah. Then we also have the 8 of crystals. This one's all about getting rid of distractions and working on something and putting your heart and soul into something, putting in the work to achieve something or to create something or to get to a goal that you have. But the 8 of Pentacles specifically talks about getting rid of certain distractions. So I feel like you might be also cleansing out your space, putting your phone in another room when you need to work on certain things, or creating limits on your apps so that you don't spend so much time on a particular app that might be taking all your attention away. I see you cleansing out that, and I also see you really focused on doing something. There's this level of productivity and this energy that you're gonna have behind something that will give you that boost to achieve it or to complete something that you've been wanting to complete for a while. I just see you making progress, like so much progress. And I think you're going to be really proud of yourself by the dedication and the work that you're putting in, especially if you've had a hard time lately keeping up with a schedule or keeping your promises in your schedule or in your routine. Like maybe there's certain things that you've really wanted to do and you're like, I want to consistently do this, or I want to be able to meditate 3 times a week or go to the gym 3 times a week, or whatever these different goals or schedules that you have are. If you've had a hard time keeping up with that, July is going to be your month of change. July is going to be your month of productivity. July is going to be your month of attaining new routines and being able to stick to them and being able to face any challenges or doubts and to be able to look at those and just be like, no, I don't accept it. I don't accept doubt. I don't accept failure. I don't accept all those things. We are walking through the door, shedding old patterns, shedding old fears and old doubts. Like I really think that if you've had doubts or fears in your life about certain things, you're shedding that. And you are so determined to get to your goal. And I just see you reaching it. So group number 1, this is all really exciting stuff. We also have the Ace of Wands being reversed. This can deal with always wanting to start new things. But when the Ace of Wands is reversed, the feeling that I'm getting for you is completing things that maybe you've always wanted to complete. And you're like, no, before I start something new, I'm sticking to the promises that I made for myself, and I'm going to complete these things. I'm going to start sticking to them, and I'm going to do it. I see that being part of your routine, and you're also much more dedicated to getting things done that maybe, have been put off for a while. You're so dedicated to getting those things done. So dedicated. And I really think it's just going to spark up so much more energy in you. Like I really see a surge of energy. The July 12th, July 17th, July 22nd, and July 27th, there's something special about the numbers 2 and 7 for you in the month of July. The numbers 2 and 7. So 12th, 17th, 22nd, 27th, possibly even the 2nd and the 7th of July might also be prominent. But for some reason, 2s and 7s are really, really sticking out to me as prominent, significant numbers for you in the month of July. So let's dive into some more cards here for you. So the next one that we have New Beginning. I'm not even surprised that one's coming up for you, especially since this whole time we're talking about this rebirth. And butterflies kind of go through a rebirth because they start off as those caterpillars Then they go into a cocoon, they shed the cocoon, and then they rebirth as a completely new type of species almost, because caterpillars are so different than what a butterfly is. And I feel like you're going through that shift right now. You're going through that metamorphosis and that transformation. Also, look at what it says on the card. It says, let this magic in my spell clear the space in which I dwell. Some of you might even be doing a huge space clearing. You might be getting rid of old stuff. You might feel so ready to get rid of distractions in your life, or even clutter or mess that might make you feel more distracted. It might make you feel more, just cluttered. And I just see you feeling this energy of like you're so ready to get rid of that so that you have room to spread your wings. It's almost like you're in a cocoon right now, blocked by all of the stuff that you might have around you, or the distractions or the clutter or whatever. And it might make you feel like you don't have the space to expand your mind, or you don't have the space to expand your wings or to expand into new realms. And I just see you getting rid of that, clearing that. This could also indicate mentally, if mentally you've had a lot of thoughts going on, or a lot of fears, or just a lot of overthinking. I also see that overthinking, you're going to be battling those overthinking thoughts and overcoming them. Being able to say no every time you catch yourself overthinking. I see you being able to squash that pattern. And I see you being able to have a clearer mental state. I do think you're going to be doing a lot of reflection as well, and a lot of healing and transformation. Some of you might be listening to affirmations lately in order to shift your regular mindset or your regular way of thinking. Some of you may also be doing meditations or working on things to shift you into a better state so that you can grasp hold of all the new amazing things that you want to attract into your life without overthinking it and getting in your own way. So, next card we have is sensuality. Ooh. I'm getting this energy of creating space for more fun and more exciting things in your life. Things that make you feel calm and at peace and in your own element. You know when you feel sensual, and I'm not just talking about like sexual sensual. I also mean the sensual of like, let's say you're getting ready in the morning and you're just feeling yourself and you're like, ooh, I have the sensual vibes today. I'm going to put effort in and I'm just going to feel myself. That is a form of sensuality. Sensuality is also, even when we're working and we feel this type of like pleasure from our work, and we're putting in our best foot forward and we have that confidence and we're like, ooh, we exude that sensuality, So it goes beyond just sexual sensuality. Like I just see sensuality overall becoming a more dominant state for you, making more pleasure even within the mundane things. So your freedom flowing from far away. I dance, I love, I laugh, I play. Having more play. Sensuality, having fun and having play is also another form of sensuality. So I just see like all of these things coming in and you creating a much better vibe in your life. So let's see. Oh, the next card that we have for you, group 1, is the play card. Like, I can't even make this up. We were just talking about that. We were literally just talking about that. And then the play card comes up. So the month of July, I just see you having more fun. You're ready to have more fun. And also, that is one of the best ways to overcome fears or anxieties or overthinking, is to just say, I'm doing this for fun. This is going to be fun. And that's what I tell myself whenever I'm like stressing about something or overthinking something. For example, like when I started my business and I invested all the money that I had into starting my business, and I didn't know if it was going to work out, because you never really know that. And of course I had certain feelings. I pulled a lot of cards on it and whatnot, but nothing can really sometimes take that stress away, even if, all the psychic readings you watch are like, yes, you're going to make it. And you're just like, okay, but I don't see how yet, So anyway, what I did is I told myself, even if it doesn't work out, I'm gonna have fun doing this because I want to do this. I want to open up a business. I want to make jewelry and sell crystal bracelets and like other things like that. I wanted to do all that. So I was like, you know what? Even if it doesn't work out, I'm gonna have fun. I'm just gonna have fun, and I'm gonna do it because I want to. I want to have that experience in my life. So when you approach things with that mindset, it can really help take the edge off. And that's also what the Queen of Cups is all about, is taking the edge off, but in a healthy way, right? When she's reversed, sometimes we take the edge off in an unhealthy way, such as with over drinking or doing other things that are not so healthy for us. However, when the Queen of Cups is upright, she knows how to take the edge off in healthy ways, such as calming herself, having more fun, creating more flow, letting go of the resistance, letting go of the control of it, and accepting that, you know, there's some things that are outside of our control. So let's just focus on what's in our control and let's have fun doing it. Then we also have the Underworld card. This is when we feel like we have a lot of pressure on us. So you might be putting a lot of pressure on yourself lately, or you might be going through something that's been putting a lot of pressure on you. And if so, this card specifically talks about the fact that those things have been strengthening you and you are more ready than ever. All of the pressures that you've experienced in your life have helped you form into this beautiful diamond. That's how diamonds are formed. That's how crystals are formed, is a bunch of minerals under pressure. And so that pressure is forming you and it's character building in a beautiful way. And you're going to see the results of that really soon. And I feel like in the month of July 7th is randomly popping into my head, you are going to feel the results of that pressure and how it's made you stronger. The next card, we have higher perspective. So looking at things from that higher place, being able to see the bigger picture behind why things are the way they are, being able to see the bigger picture of your vision for your future and seeing, okay, I can get there, but I need to focus on moving forward. I need to focus on going forward. The next card that we have is questioning your beliefs. And then we also have the Masquerade card. So some of you, this is interesting. So when Masquerade comes up, this card specifically makes me feel like some of you might feel like you need to people please, or that you need to hide behind a mask in order to feel safe, or that you need to kind of uphold the expectations of others in order to be liked or in order to be accepted, or all of that. I feel like in the month of July, you're really going to be seeing that and wanting your authenticity to come out more. And I feel like you're going to be working on letting your authenticity come out more rather than putting up fronts. I also just see you doing a lot of self-reflection, and it's going to help with self-growth a lot. Like some of you might be questioning like old things that you used to think, and you might be thinking like, do I really believe that anymore? Like maybe you once believed that money was difficult. Maybe now you're thinking, does it have to be difficult? It's clearly not difficult for everybody. So maybe if I switch my mindset on that, maybe it's going to help me see opportunities better. Maybe it's going to help open me up better. So you might be coming across information, for example, in the month of July that makes you reevaluate your old way of thinking and your old way of doing things. And I really think it's going to set you free and open you up to new opportunities in the month of July. So with that being said, we're going to take out these oracle cards, and we're also going to take out our Astro dice. You guys know the Astro dice drill. We're going to be going through the zodiac sign dice. We're going to roll the zodiac sign dice 3 times to get the top 3 most likely zodiac signs that will be in your life in the month of July. This could be a reflection of somebody's sun, moon, or rising sign, or even a reflection of your own. So let's see what you get. So we have Libra as the first zodiac sign. We also have Aries, so Libra, Aries, and Gemini. Libra, Aries, and Gemini are the top 3 most likely zodiac signs to be in your life in the month of July. This could be a reflection again of someone's sun, moon, or rising sign, or even a reflection of your own. Now let's go ahead and roll all of these together to get any last information for you. So we have Mars in Sagittarius. Oh, this is a productive month for you in the first house. Wow, this is a month of gaining energy, moving forward, being able to use your voice, I see you being able to break through old blocks. You're so determined to hit your target in the month of July. Like, wow, you are very directionally focused and you're ready to have a self-transformation, because the fact that Mars is in Sagittarius in the first house, you're ready for a self-transformation. You're ready to embody confidence. You are ready to change your philosophy about life, your perspective, your outlook. I think you're going to be changing your perspective and outlook on yourself, and you are going to be feeling so much more motivated, so much more action-oriented. You're so determined. Like, this is that determination energy that I was feeling right in the beginning with this Divine Warrior card that we had. Like, you are so determined, and let me tell you, you're going to make moves in the month of July. I see you making progress, internal self progress, and also external progress. Like, woo, the month of July is going to be, it's going to be a big one for you. Group 1, and the fact that you're also group 1, which is all about new beginnings, like the numerology of 1 is all about new beginnings. My goodness, this is going to be a huge month for you. I wouldn't be surprised if you actually really begin something new this month and really dedicate to it. So yeah, we have the Ocean card coming up for you for the month of July. This says, be beautiful, mysterious, wild, and free. This is your month of claiming your freedom back. This is your month of completely claiming your freedom back. Let's see what else we get for you. Group 1, the month of July. I'm feeling this one. Prudence. Don't be lured by the siren song. So don't be lured by like old things, maybe things that people used to tell you. And don't be lured by temptation either. Temptation. You think about the siren song, that's like temptation. So the temptation to go on your phone, or the temptation to fall back into old patterns. Don't be lured by the temptation of old patterns. We also have the card of change. Know when to move to a new shell, especially if yours no longer fits. And we were literally talking about the metamorphosis of the butterfly coming out of the cocoon. So what can I tell you, group number 1? This is all about your month of change. Know when to move to a new shell, especially if yours no longer fits. So if your current way of doing things is just no longer working for you, if you're no longer vibing with it, it's time to expand. And sometimes we are scared about expanding, right? Because we have to step outside of our comfort zone sometimes. So I really think that your whole soul is ready to expand, group 1. So you have certain callings. You might have certain callings like, oh, I want to start this, or oh, I want to do that. But it requires you to step outside of your comfort zone. It requires you to learn maybe something new, or to challenge yourself, right? But that's what brings us growth. That's what brings us to our destiny. And I really see that you're going to be overcoming fears and facing certain fears that maybe once held you back, but you are so ready to not be held back anymore. I can tell you that. Like Mars, Sagittarius, you're ready to have a breakthrough. Mars with Sagittarius in the first house, you are ready to have a breakthrough, especially to get out of your own way, because this being in the first house deals with the self. So there could be like your own fears that might be holding you back, or your own reasoning or thoughts that might be standing in your way, but this is your month of breakthrough. I can tell you that. Don't be lured by the temptation to go back to your old ways. This is your month of change. Like, ooh. Be beautiful, mysterious, step into the mystery, be wild and free. This is your month of playing, having fun, experimenting with these new things. Like, that is what this month is all about for you. And it's interesting because July is also the 7th month. I wonder if February was also a significant month for you in some way, because again, 2s and 7s are really your number this month. So very interesting. Also, number 1 is your number as well. Since you're group number 1, the first house is coming up for you. A lot of change and a lot of new beginnings and all that jazz. So that's what we have for you, my group number 1s. All about your month of July. I hope that made sense. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I'm sending you so much love. Thank you so much for joining me here today. And until next time, bye. Okay, so group number 2, if you chose this pile with the beautiful amethyst, this is going to be your reading for the month of July. So let's hop right into it. All right, so group 2, we have Truth is Unveiled, Divine Sisterhood as the first 2 cards coming up for you. This one says the revelation of Isis, and then this one says community of the spiritual sisters and brothers of the light. Couple things that I'm feeling for you right off the bat. So for one, I feel like you genuinely really want to be accepted for who you are. However, at the moment, you may be surrounded by people where you feel like you can't really fully be yourself, or you can't really fully be honest or something like that. And I feel like you're ready to call in your tribe of people, and maybe you're really wanting to manifest some new people in your life, people that really vibe with you, people that are on your same wavelength. I also feel like you may also have someone that comes to you this month that has something to say, that has something to get off their chest, and they need to be honest with you about something, or vice versa. You may feel the need to be honest about something as well. So I do feel like there's also that aspect for the month of July, but I'm genuinely feeling like you are also kind of ready for a new group of people, to be surrounded by a new group of people, ones that are on your same vibe, that understand you and all of that. So I think that's something that you are working on manifesting in the month of July. And I also think that that's going to be something that's quite prominent for you, is kind of being able to reflect and see what you really want in your life and who you really want in your life. I feel like you may also be connecting deeper with some new people in the month of July. Like maybe you recently met like a new friend or a potential new friend, or maybe you're just about to meet a potential new friend. And I feel like you're so ready to have those relationships that are just built upon trust, built upon honesty, and you feel open and free to actually speak your mind and to speak your truth and to speak your authenticity. And I feel like you're just so ready for that. So that's one of the first things that I see coming up for you in the month of July. If some of you have had a falling out with someone, I see apologies coming through. Or if some of you have recently gone through something where you are seeking the truth behind a situation or someone's truth, I see that being solved in the month of July as well. So moving on, the next card that we have here is the Two of Crystals. So there's something that you're sort of juggling, maybe even a choice that you have to make, and you're maybe waiting for more information in order to make this choice. I also see you wanting more independence and freedom. Something that I'm really feeling from this group is this desire to have more independence and more freedom. And to also garner more confidence in yourself. Although I feel like you actually have more confidence than you might realize. I feel like you actually do have more confidence than you might see. And I feel like you're also making choices that are best for you in the month of July. I see you having the courage to make choices that are best for you, rather than juggling like, oh, this might be best for someone else, but it compromises myself, it compromises my integrity. I feel like you're so ready to not do those actions anymore, and you're so ready to do actions that you know are gonna be best and healthiest for you, rather than sacrificing things for the integrity of others that, doesn't really help you in any way. So yeah, you're ready to put yourself first this month, and you are ready to speak your voice in an authentic way this month. The next card that we have is the Knight of Crystals being reversed. Ooh, this one sort of makes me feel, I keep getting the word in my head, broken promises. That could either mean that sometimes we do need to break promises in order to honor our integrity, but as long as we're upfront about it, we're like, hey, I can't uphold this anymore. Like, I can't continue this way, and I'm sorry, but that's just what it is. And I think you're also learning like what promises can be kept versus which ones maybe we shouldn't promise, because maybe those promises can't be kept. You also might be dealing with someone in your life who has a hard time keeping promises, because for some reason I keep getting that word in my head, like broken promises. So that just might be something you're dealing with, and you're learning how to put yourself first, how to honor yourself, and how to do things in a fair way that also do honor honesty and integrity and your well-being. So I just feel like you're learning how to balance that, and learning how to move forward from that place. And I think it's just going to help you so much in the future. It's going to help you with all of your future friendships and the relationships that you have moving forward. I just think it's going to be built on such a better foundation moving forward for you. There could also be a big choice that you're debating on making. And let me tell you right now, I just see that you are taking or putting yourself first, which most of the time, that is the best thing to do. Most of the time is to put ourselves first. Of course, there are exceptions to that, but at the same time, I do feel like this is your time. This is your time. That's like the message I'm getting. This is your time to put you first, to, find that balance and to find what those boundaries and what that balance is to you and what's going to best serve you. So we have that there. The next card that we have is the Two of Cups being reversed. So yeah, relationships are a big prominent thing in the month of July for you. So there could be something where you do have to kind of, put yourself first and figure out a balance between you and another person, and to also figure out what you want in relationships, who you want in your life, who's best to continue moving forward with. And I also just see you kind of planning and attracting better people into your life, or at least someone that you really want in your future, or the type of relationship that you want in your future. We also have the Strength card being reversed. So I also see you kind of surrendering to the way that things might be, and you're ready to let go of things that are not really worth fixing anymore. I feel like you're ready to let go of things that are not serving you, things that are, not worth putting the energy into anymore. You're ready to pull your energy back and to, put matters into your own hands. Also, I just feel like this is your month of freedom, independence, strength, gaining your strength back, calling your power back. Oh my gosh, that word is coming into my head so strongly right now, group 2. This is your month of calling your power back. And it's interesting, your group number 2, we have the Two of Crystals here and the Two of Cups. 2 is definitely your number this month. And if you've been seeing 2s around, 2 is actually about divine partnership. So who do you want in your life? Who is worth it to you? And 2s can also talk about going on a different path, needing to make a choice. Sometimes we can't go down 2 paths at once. Sometimes we do need to make a choice. I see you figuring things out this month. And I see this kind of calm energy coming through where you're just going to say, yep, I know what I need to do. Yes, I know what I need to do here. I see that you know the answer deep down inside. You know the answer. You know what's best for you, and you know what to do. So let's dive into the next couple cards that we have here. We also have the card of grace. You move through life with a type of grace. And I see you handling situations with a beautiful type of grace. And I just see you handling this whole situation with grace as well. You know how to hold your ground, but in a mature way. And I see this type of maturity coming out in you where you're going to know when it's right to speak. You're going to know when to kind of like calm your energy down and all of that. I just see this situation working out in a graceful way. And I know we're going on and on and on about the situation, but for some reason Spirit wants to bring this up. So hopefully this is relevant for you. Hopefully this is making sense in some way, shape, or form. But I do see things working out in grace, and I also see you attracting graceful relationships in your future. And this is the month where it's the precipice and the turning point. 2s can also indicate a turning point, making a plan for your future and turning into that direction. Also, we have the card of energy. You're going to be much more protective of your energy this month because you know what it is now that is worth spending energy on versus what's not worth spending energy on. I think you're much more cautious of your energy and how you spend it through this next month. I'm also hearing that the 15th is going to be an important date for you. The 15th, let me see if I get any other numbers in my head. I'm also getting the number 5, so July 5th, July 15th, July 11th is coming to my head. I feel like those are going to be some pretty important and significant dates during the month of July for you. And let's dive into some more cards here. I also see, by the way, your energy is shifting in the month of July because of the shifts that you're making. Ooh, yeah. Because of the shifts that you're making, because you're honoring yourself and you're really honoring what it is that you want, what it is that you deserve, there's this new type of energy that you're going to be emitting naturally because of the changes and the new choices that you're making. Your energy is going to become magnetic. And I would not be surprised if people from your past or people that you are currently walking away from or needing space from are just going to try their hardest to come back in your life. But your energy is shifted. Your energy is focused somewhere else. You are ready for this new path. And I just feel like your energy is detaching, it's refreshing. You are calling your power back, and it's going to be this boost in energy because you're calling your power back and you're no longer letting it be drained by different situations or different people. You are so ready to set boundaries in your life to keep your energy clear and to keep your energy strong. Like I just see you, like being able to set these really important boundaries, and your energy, you're just like, no, I'm not going to spend my energy on this. This person can't have my time or energy. This situation doesn't deserve my time or energy. And I just see you setting these proper boundaries, and it's just going to lift you up so much more, and you're going to have new energy to spend in places that do serve you, right? So the next card, we also have the card of the Observer. I would not be surprised if there's certain people that really want to know what's going on in your life. And I also see you being able to look into your future and to plan out who you want to be. And I see that you're seeing a new future for yourself and a new you being born in the future because of the changes that you're making right now. The Observer can also sometimes indicate that there's other people that are stalking our social media and all that other kind of stuff. It can indicate that. So you might just have certain people that really want to know how you're doing. You might have some people that constantly keep reaching out to you, and maybe you're just going to have to put up certain boundaries and block certain people or whatever. Because maybe it's just your time to move on. So I don't know. That's coming up. Whether or not that's relevant, you will know whether or not that is relevant for you. So anyway, the next card that we have the Sage card. Whenever this one comes up, this is an energy clearing card. So this makes total sense for you. You are just getting rid of the negativity in your life because you are done with it. You no longer want it. You no longer need it in your life. You are saging your space, your energy, your time, your everything, like your emotions. I just see you getting rid of anything that's no longer serving you and all the things that once kind of dragged you down. The Sage is when we get rid of all the types of negativity in our life. Since the Sage card did come up, it might also benefit you to actually sage yourself or to sage your space, especially if you're wanting a really good energy cleanse in your home or in your own energy. If you buy sage, which is basically like this dried type of grass sort of thing, it's a kind of type of herb basically, and you dry it up and then you light it on fire and you can use that smoke to clear energy. So if you are unfamiliar with that whole process, you can Google how to sage or how to sweep your home. It's called sweeping, like energetically sweeping your home with sage. So yeah, you can Google that, Google how it's done and all of that. But maybe most of you watching this, if you're already into this vibe, maybe you already know how that is and how that's done. So anyway, moving on. The next card, we also have Compassion. I see you being able to walk away from old situations with compassion, and that's when you know that you're not harboring negative energy or unresolved things. Like I just see you being able to walk away with compassion, creating compassion around different situations, and it's truly setting you free. truly setting you free. Okay, moving on to the next couple cards here. We also have I am balance. Yes, working on your balance, becoming more in tune with what you want. Oh, I just see this freedom setting in. Like, look at how calm she is. Look at how like in tune she is with her own energy, her own flow. She trusts her future. She knows that she deserves greatness. And she's just in flow. I see that being your energy in the month of July. We also have listen to your heart. Your heart has been speaking to you. I feel like it's been speaking to you for a while. And I feel like you already know where you're being guided to and the choices that you need to make in your life. I feel like you just already know what that is. Like your heart is speaking to you loud and clear. It has been speaking to you loud and clear. And this month is your month of just making those shifts that you've been feeling for a little while now. Okay. Diving into some other things. Let me see if I see anything else, because I know I've been talking about relationships like this entire reading. So let me also just see what else is in these cards really quick. So one thing, I also see that you are going to be canceling certain plans that you're going to be able to say no to certain plans that you don't want to spend your energy on. You're learning how to say no. You are learning also how to declutter your schedule and how to cancel certain things that are no longer working for you. However, I'm like a strong believer that when you make a plan, you need to follow through on it. But I just keep hearing like this, like breaking old promises, especially if you know that it's best for you. Like there are those exceptions where it's okay to break a promise, and there are those exceptions where it's okay to cancel old plans if you genuinely you don't have the energy, you don't have the time. If your heart is truly, truly guiding you in a new direction, of course, it's okay to, cancel those plans, break certain promises, but doing it with compassion, with integrity, with honesty and grace is the best way to handle those. And I just see that you are embodying that in this next month, freeing up your schedule, freeing up your time, being more aware and deliberate about where you spend your time and energy. I see that being a very big thing for you. So we have our oracle cards that we're going to take out. We also have our astro dice. We are going to take the zodiac sign dice. We're going to roll 3 times to get the top 3 most likely zodiac signs that will be in your life during the month of July. This could be a reflection of somebody's sun, moon, or rising sign, or even a reflection of your own. So let's go ahead and see what is the most prominent zodiac sign for you. So the first one, we have Cancer. Second one, we have Capricorn, Cancer, Capricorn, and Leo. So Cancer, Capricorn, and Leo are the top 3 most likely zodiac signs to be in your life during the month of July. That could be somebody's sun, moon, or rising sign, or even a reflection of your own. So now let's go ahead and roll all these together. So we also have Mercury in Taurus in the 2nd house. That is so weird because with group number 1, they had the 1st house coming up for them and they were group number 1. You're the 2nd group and you have the 2nd house coming up for you. So it's very interesting. The 2nd house is very much about spending or the material things that we have in our life. It can also a little bit deal with our schedule and the fact that we also have Taurus over here. And Mercury, your schedule. You are looking at where you are spending your time, the physical things that you are doing that, maybe we need to revamp certain things. Maybe we need to figure out, what am I comfortable in? What am I comfortable with doing? And maybe I need to set certain boundaries. Taurus in the 2nd house, that can also be about boundaries. Maybe I need to set certain boundaries with my time, with my energy, with my communication. I see that it's going to be so much easier for you to voice no's, and it's going to be so much easier for you to voice your boundaries and to figure out what you want to spend your time, energy, and money on. All of that jazz. It's sort of repeating those same messages that we got earlier there, but sometimes spirit really wants to ingrain certain things in and really wants to repeat things. So sometimes the cards that come up are a repetitive process of what we already know. Some of you Also with this layout here, this can also be about figuring out where you want to spend your money versus where you don't want to spend your money. So some of you might also be setting certain boundaries financially for yourself and realizing like, hey, I tend to overspend on these things, or hey, I tend to not really save enough, or whatever the case may be. And I just see you're being more aware of how you spend your money and creating better boundaries on that as well. So let's dive into these last few cards here. This is the Oracle deck that we're going to use. We have dance coming out. So take inspiration from the moonlight dancing on the surface of the sea. Ooh. Have fun. Go with the flow of you. Being able to let inhibitions go. Being able to dance freely. Like dance while you're cleaning, or create more fun, more inspiration by doing what lights you up, doing the things that light you up, doing the things that give you energy rather than the things that steal your energy. We also have the card of protection. Keep some aquamarine close. Mermaid's tears have been known to create these precious gems. So aquamarine is a stone that's really good with creating better communication, creating honesty, creating mental clarity, vocal clarity, calmness in your energy. Also, the fact that we have the protection card coming up, I just see you just protecting your energy more. This is your month of protecting your energy, protecting your time. And we also have the card of travel. So you might be traveling to get away from certain things, taking a little bit of a break from other things. And this one specifically says, seeing the surface of the ocean is not the same as diving deep to see the coral. Ooh. Wow, this is your month of maybe going deep on certain things rather than being surface level. I think that you're tired of like surface level things, and you're ready to go deeper, have friends that are willing to go deep with you. Maybe you're ready to have friends that are on the same vibe as you and then want to do the same things as you. Maybe you want to plan for travel. Maybe you're like, I don't want to keep doing the same things anymore. I want to expand myself. I want to do new things. I want to experience new things. And that's what I see you're going to be focused on in the month of July, is about expanding yourself and finding people that also want to expand too. Finding people that want the same things as you rather than doing the same thing over and over and over again. And you're just so done with that. You're ready for newness and you're ready for people who, again, are on that same vibe. So that is what we have for you, my group number twos. Thank you so much for joining me here today for your reading. That one was definitely all about the people in your life. So it just seems like there is a shift going on between, you, your energy, where you spend your energy, the people that you're spending your time and energy on, and you're so ready to just clear out the negativity, set proper boundaries, and, be in your own lane rather than being pulled in all these other directions. So that's what we have for you. Sending you all so much love. Thank you so much for joining me here today. And up until next time, I will see you later. Bye. All right, so my group number threes, if you chose this pile, this is going to be a reading for the month of July, so let's hop right into it. Okay, so group three, we have the Key of Life as your first card, so spinning the Ankh, the Key of Life. Then we also have Divine Guardian, protection from the winged mother. So a couple of different things. First off, the Key of Life. Whenever that card shows up, your month of July, there's going to be something that's bringing you to life, something that's inspiring for you, something that kind of energizes you or gets you to spring out of bed in the morning. There's going to be something happening, or it might already be happening in your life, that gets you excited. It's going to get you energized. And possibly even you're working on bringing something to life, bringing something into existence. So maybe you're planning something or working on something that you are excited to eventually launch or build or create or whatever this is. But I do see you putting your time and energy into something that's quite inspiring for you, that you are excited about kind of bringing to life one day, or creating or bringing into this world. There could also be something that you're currently working on that maybe in the month of July, you're going to bring it to life. You're like, okay, I'm going to launch it this month. I'm going to do it. I'm going to bring it to life. I'm going to start doing it. But something is definitely coming as more of a thought at first. Maybe it's been a thought for a while and it is coming into more physical reality. That can also be a card of manifestation, of one of your manifestations coming to life or happening or manifesting, because the key to life, it's about bringing something to life and all of that. So that is what that first card means. We also have Divine Guardian, so protection of the winged mother. One thing that I'm getting from this card is about stepping outside of your comfort zone, wanting to feel protected, or maybe you're very protective over what it is that you're creating, and maybe you're like being cautious because you're like, okay, I want to make it the best. I want to be very particular with it. It needs to have a particular launch, or maybe you're very protective of your energy around it. So maybe you need to break out of your shell and just be like, okay, I just need to do this. I need to stop guarding myself or guarding what it is I'm working on. Like, there could be a big reveal this month, or maybe you're thinking about revealing something that you're working on, or finally launching it and finally just diving in and doing it. There's that kind of energy here for the month of July. Also with the Divine Guardian, this card also indicates that you have a lot of your spirit guides around you lately, and they are helping guide you. And they also have a message of you are safe, and it is safe to move forward on this idea. It's safe to move forward on this thing, as long as you approach it with caution, right? So we shouldn't ever be so overly cautious that we block ourselves from moving forward. However, it is healthy to have a healthy sense of caution rather than just diving into things blindly. So there are spirit guides around you that are helping guide you through the situation. And this is a month of listening to your intuition, but also about overcoming fears, facing fears and overcoming them so that you can continue to expand. Okay, so there's that energy here as well. Let's dive into some more cards. Definitely looks like you're working on something, and maybe we need to get out of our shell or out of our comfort zone in order to finally launch it. But it's still not just about blindly launching something and just diving into it and just being like, oh, there it is. It's like putting effort in, being aware of, I'm going to work on things. I'm going to put my best foot forward and all of that. Just all that jazz. I'm sure you understand it. I'm sure you get it. So the next card that we have the Nine of Swords. This is a month of also getting over overthinking. Nine of Swords, this is also going to be a month of catching up on rest and sleep, because there might be certain things that have been coming up lately that maybe keep us up at night, or maybe we've tended to scroll on our phone for too long before going to sleep, or staying up past our bedtime, whatever the case may be. This is also going to be a month of catching up on sleep and focusing on your well-being. Focusing on your well-being, especially if you've been pulling all-nighters lately or doing other things. I do think you're going to become more aware of the rest that your body needs in the month of July. Being able to protect your space and protect yourself, creating certain boundaries that help you focus on the rest, focus on the relaxation that you need as well. You might be like an overly productive person, group 3, and you might tend to do, or maybe lately you've just had a lot of energy at nighttime and you can't seem to relax, but having those proper boundaries are going to really help you relax and get more sleep in the month of July. We also have the Empress coming up. This is also about giving life to something. The Empress is the mother. We also have the protection of the winged mother here, and the key to life. The key to life is also the mother, because she literally births things into existence. So this is interesting. Some of you, there may be some sort of pregnancy, maybe some sort of birth within your family or for yourself, for some of you. However, this could also metaphorically indicate the birth of an idea, the birth of a new beginning, the birth of a new project, or something like this. It can sometimes mean literal pregnancy or literal birth, or the fertility of an idea and bringing it to life, basically. So it can mean those two different things. So you'll know which one's the most relevant for you, but there's definitely this energy of bringing something to life and also focusing more on your well-being, being able to protect your energy so that you can get the proper rest that you need so you can recuperate and continue to bring different ideas to life. I think you're going to be more focused on your vitality in the month of July because I think that you've been feeling drained lately. That's the vibe I get. You've been feeling maybe drained lately, or you feel extra tired, and maybe you just haven't been sleeping as well. This is also your month of setting those proper boundaries to refresh yourself, to focus on your vitality and rejuvenation. And I do think you will be getting a lot more of that in the month of July. The next card that we have is the Six of Crystals being reversed. So what has been imbalanced? Maybe we've been spending our time in an imbalanced way, and maybe we've been giving way too much of our energy to other people, or maybe we've been giving way too much of our energy towards work, or towards other things. But I really think that you're going to be balancing out your time, where you spend your energy during the month of July, because there's certain things that are much more important to you. And then there's certain things where it's like, we just need to recuperate. We need to focus on rejuvenation rather than forcing and doing. So I think that there's also this idea of gaining balance back in that aspect. We also have the Nine of Crystals. This is a great card when it deals with in relation to like abundance and money and things like that. The Nine of Crystals can indicate that we are making more money in the month of July than we previously expected. So there could be new opportunities coming in for you where you're just going to feel more abundant. You're going to feel more prosperous. There could be certain things that you're taking action on that you're like, oh my goodness, okay, this is unexpected. I didn't even maybe remember that I was supposed to get a check in the mail, or maybe there's like an extra thing coming that makes us feel more abundant, makes us feel more prosperous. So, yeah, I do see that coming near mid to end July, like some more finances pouring in or new opportunities that are going to help you feel more abundant. I see that you're going to be saving more money as well, focusing on where you spend your money, and the different new habits that you've been creating around money are going to help you save more. Okay, so there's new opportunities here for also saving more money. Let's dive into the next couple cards. Let's see what else we get. We have Destiny coming up. Kind of came up reversed there, but even when that card is reversed, I do think that you're rerouting yourself a little bit in the month of July and figuring out more of what is your destiny. The fact that it's reversed, I feel like some of you have been maybe reevaluating, or maybe you feel like there's some sort of shift in your destiny that's about to happen, or maybe certain things aren't giving you the same spark as they once did, and then there's going to be this new spark and you're like, okay, how do I implement that? So there could be different shifts or different changes within your purpose or within your destiny that's kind of transpiring in the month of July, and maybe you're kind of getting closer to what your destiny is. We also have the card of Passion. I think passion is something that's going to be coming up a lot for you in the month of July, especially since we had that key of life. There's something that's lighting up your passions, making you feel passionate. Maybe there's even a new passion that's going to come out for you in the month of July, and you're like, oh, I really want to put more time and energy towards that. That's exciting. I also feel like your dreams in your sleep are coming up more and more. It's going to be important for you to get more sleep in July. However, there are going to be nights where I still feel like you're going to stay up late because there's just an energy there that's just keeping you awake. However, it's going to be important on focusing on catching up on sleep during nights where you can. Okay, so that's coming through. Nights where you can get sleep, it's going to be important to sleep in, honor that, honor the rejuvenation that your body needs, and all of that. So that's an important message that I feel coming through there. So moving on to the next few cards here. So we also have, oh my gosh, these cards are like stuck together. We also have Take Risk coming up. So take risk. Maybe you're focused on doing something new, or climbing up a new mountain, or overcoming a challenge. Maybe some of you are thinking about taking a certain risk by investing into yourself, investing into an idea, taking a risk and putting it out there, seeing what people think, doing something. It feels like, yeah, you're stepping about outside of your comfort zone a little bit in order to take a certain risk in your life in the month of July. We also have get creative. Ooh, I do really see new ideas coming to you very easily in the month of July. New ideas are coming to you so easily this next month. There could also be a new creative thing that you're trying out. Like maybe some of you are business owners and you're getting creative with like, ooh, I want to come out with this kind of product. Or, maybe you're getting creative with, maybe you are working on something new and creative on the side that's going to like be fun. There's something that I'm feeling is new and creative that you are experimenting with, that you're like, okay, I really want to try that out. And I do feel like there's something here where you're going to be able to make more money. I don't know. That's what's coming up there. So I'm curious. Group number 3, what is it that you are working on? What is it that's going on over here? Okay. Our next card that we have here is movement. Movement is taking action on things. Moving forward on things. There's going to be this energy where it feels easier for you to take action. It feels easier for you to move forward. And look at the egg that's in the center of this card. This is also the birth of an idea, the movement on an idea that you've had. An idea that's been roaming around in your mind. You are taking action on it, and there's progress being made on that idea. Okay, we also have withdraw. Again, we have a message about getting enough sleep. Like spirit really wants you to focus on getting enough sleep, because again, there's going to be certain times of the month where I feel like it's going to be inevitable and you're just going to be staying up a little bit late, and you have been lately. It's going to be important to also withdraw yourself from all of the hustle and bustle and the busyness that's going to happen, because I do feel like July might be a really busy month for you. But it's going to be so important to make space for yourself, to make space for rest, to make space for rejuvenation. Again, that's coming up very prominently. I know I've been repetitive on that, but it just keeps coming up. So Spirit keeps wanting to talk about it. It is going to be important, okay? The next couple cards that we have for you. Ooh, we have Goddess of Oneness coming up. Goddess of Oneness. I love this card. This is very much about rejuvenation. There might be something about yourself that you've been wanting to improve or rejuvenate. There might be something about yourself. Like maybe you're wanting to refresh your hair or refresh your skin or to do something for yourself. You're also going to be doing that in the month of July, and I feel like it's going to make you feel really good and really excited. There's something that you're doing that's going to make you feel refreshed. It's going to make you almost feel new. And yeah, that's going to be a really fun aspect of the month of July for you. I think it's going to reinvigorate you, make you feel really inspired. So Spirit is saying to take action on those things. We also have the card of power. So, power. There's something creative that's going to give you energy. Something creative that's going to give you energy. I also feel like you're going to feel more in control of your time and of your life. You know, sometimes when we feel like things are like out of control and we feel like a hot mess and like things are just all over the place, it's kind of chaos. I feel like you're claiming your power back in the month of July and you're gaining control over your life again, especially when things used to feel out of balance. I feel like you're regaining control and regaining this put togetherness. Like there's this energy where you're going to feel more put together and you're going to feel more powerful and confident because of it, because it feels like you have things under control again. It feels like things are going well. And yeah, it's just going to make you feel more powerful, more secure, more confident, more put together. And it's going to be a really good energy that you have. And I feel like you're going to be getting all of that together by the 22nd of July. Like I feel like by the 22nd, you're just going to feel more put together. I feel like you're going to feel as if you're in more control of your schedule, and maybe that's going to be the moment where you're really able to recuperate more, get the proper sleep, and maybe have this refresh or some sort of rejuvenation of yourself. And it's just going to give you this power, this put together feeling And that's going to be really fun and exciting. So I'm excited to see how that plays out for you, because there's definitely some sort of refresh you're doing on yourself, and it will make you feel more powerful, more put together, more under control, and getting rid of the chaos, balancing the chaos in a way where you are back under control of your life. So let's go ahead and dive in now. We're going to dive into some oracle cards and to our Astro Dice. If you've been on my channel before, you know the Astro Dice drill. We are going to roll this Astro Dice 3 times to get the top 3 most likely zodiac signs to be in your life in the month of July. This could be somebody's sun, moon, or rising sign, or even a reflection of your own. So let's go ahead and see what 3 zodiac signs are the most prominent. So we have Scorpio, we have Sagittarius, and Libra. Scorpio, Sagittarius, and Libra seem to be the top 3 most likely zodiac signs to be in your life during the month of July. This could be somebody's sun, moon, or rising sign, or even a reflection of your own. Now let's go ahead and roll all these together to get any last info for you from our Astro Dice. So we have the South Node in Aries in the 8th house. The South Node in Aries in the 8th house. There's something that you are completely transforming, something that you're ready to let go of from your past. This could be old inhibitions from your past. This could be like different things from your past, transforming something that you've been working on for a long time. Being able to overcome old challenges or fears or obstacles, and to have a fresh new beginning there. Ooh, yeah. That's what I'm feeling. Getting rid of old challenges and obstacles that used to stand in your way. And you're going to be like, oh, that doesn't bother me anymore at all. That I've completely transformed that. That's completely different now. And all of that. So let's go ahead and dive into these last few cards here. Let's try to get maybe 3 of these oracle cards to get any last info for your reading. Did 3 just come out here? That would be such a weird coincidence. No, that's just 2. Okay. We'll still get another one. We have self-care and flow. That is so fitting for you. So self-care, we already know what that's touching on. That's of course touching on self-care. You know, getting enough sleep, maybe doing those rejuvenative processes for your skin or your hair, whatever it is that you've been maybe wanting to refresh or have a renewal on. So drowning doesn't always require water. Sometimes we're drowning in all the responsibilities that we have. Sometimes we're drowning in the lack of sleep that we're getting. Sometimes we're drowning in the overwhelming thoughts or feelings that we have. And sometimes we just need time to withdraw, reset, meditate, sleep it off, all those types of things. And then flow, let your worries drift away. So sometimes when we just surrender to different things and we say, hey, all these things that I'm worrying about haven't manifested yet, so let me just go with the flow of where my heart is calling me to, and I'll have a healthy sense of caution here, but at the same time, I need to continue moving forward and all of that. So sometimes we let the worries just flow away because they don't exist yet, so there's no point in putting energy towards bad things that haven't happened yet, you know what I mean? So now let's go ahead and get one last card for you. Group 3, we also have change. So know when it's time to move to a new shell, especially if yours no longer fits. If there's things in your life that just no longer really work for you, they're no longer really fitting, that's when we know that it's time for a shift. That's when we know when it's time for a change. So know when to move to a new shell, when to expand, because maybe we're feeling a bit tight where we currently are. Maybe we're feeling like our current shell is no longer working for us, no longer fitting for us. And maybe we need to focus on getting a new one. So change. That is what we have here for you, my group number 3s. Thank you so much for joining me here today for your reading. It looks like there's going to be a lot of new things coming out. Maybe you're really focused on movement, moving a project forward, moving an idea forward, taking action on it, taking that risk to get. Sorry, my loves, my camera cut out there. My memory card got full, but basically I was saying farewell. Thank you so much for joining me here for this video. It looks like there's going to be a lot of action taken towards a new idea, a lot of movement towards that, and a lot of rejuvenation, calling your power back, feeling powerful, feeling in your element and all of that jazz, and beginning to get more sleep and all of that. So I'm sending you so much love. Thank you so much for joining me here today. And until next time, bye. All right, so group number 4, if you chose this pile, this is going to be a reading for the month of July. So let's hop right into it. All right, so group 4, we have the initiation card, and we also have the Temple of Lapis Lazuli. So the first couple things that I'm noticing for you for the month of July, the Temple of Lapis Lazuli is sort of this inner knowing that we get. So when you're going through the month of July, it kind of seems like you're just gonna have these really strong gut feelings and really strong intuitive feelings that are guiding you in a certain direction. So you may, for example, have a feeling of, oh, I need to change my direction, or I need to all of a sudden start incorporating this, or I'm gonna need to flip my schedule, or start incorporating this thing while letting go of something else. You might have these strong intuitions that are guiding you to let certain things go and also start incorporating something new. And the initiation is all about incorporating something new, like you're being brought to a higher level of some kind. And with the initiation card, I feel like you've been maybe working on something, and this is a time of now accepting, like, I just need to begin, or just beginning to get confident in yourself, being initiated into something. Whenever we're initiated into something, it's the time of where we are being told, you're ready. So there's sort of maybe this inner knowing that it's time to begin something, or this feeling of cultivating more confidence in yourself when it comes to starting new projects or starting new endeavors. And maybe you've just recently started overcoming some self-doubt, or maybe you've been recently telling yourself that I just need to begin this new journey, or I just need to start this new thing. And when we have these two cards come up for your month of July, it seems like your month of July is all about getting started, doing something, and up-leveling your confidence and following that inner gut instinct that you have. And even if you're listening to this right now and you're like, oh, but I've been so lost lately, the month of July, I really see that there's gonna be like new intuitive feelings coming to you that will be strong, and they will be guiding you to make certain choices and make certain changes in your life that are going to bring you closer to where you're meant to be and closer to where you belong and where you want to end up. So you also might be trying to manifest something in your life right now, and if so, both of these cards indicate that there's more progress being made upon a certain manifestation, or you're going to notice that the doors open for you. Like the initiation card is making me feel the energy of doors are opening. And lapis lazuli is a crystal that really helps with confidence. It's also worth a lot of money and things like that. So what I'm feeling for you is that you're bringing up your sense of worth, and maybe even for some of you, if you own a business, this might be a time of increasing your prices, or this might be a time of beginning to explore what is it that you're really worth, what is your time worth, what is your energy worth, and all of that kind of stuff. Maybe even if you work for another job, maybe this is a time where you're going to be asking for a raise, or even beginning new tasks in your job, beginning new tasks that will really pay off for you in the future. Then we also have the 10 of crystals being reversed. When this card comes up in reversed, I think you're going to be switching your focus towards things that are going to bring you true long-term happiness. So you might be feeling guided to let certain things go. Even, I feel like you are going through maybe even an identity shift. I know that might sound like really out there, but you might even be going through some sort of identity shift where you're letting something that used to be long-term for you, and you're thinking about letting something go. And that could be like a certain lifestyle, a certain way of being, something that maybe you've just outgrown. I feel like you are up-leveling yourself. Like there's a big up-level happening in the month of July for you. Let's go ahead and see what else we get. We also have the Page of Crystals. So there might be something new that's catching your attention. And again, I do feel like you're more focused on that on the things that are going to bring you long-term happiness, because maybe you're feeling like your life right now and the things that are in your life right now might not be giving you that long-term fulfillment that you really want. And the month of July is about starting something new that is going to bring you more long-term fulfillment. And usually the things that bring us long-term fulfillment are also the things that kind of take a while to build up, and we might not notice success or progress right away. But when we keep moving forward on those things, they tend to bring us more lasting fulfillment. And I just think that you're going to be more focused on those things in the month of July. We also have the 10 of Cups coming up for you. This is about blessings and also being surrounded by people that you really love. So there could also be opportunities to have gatherings or get-togethers. You might be invited to certain things. Possibly you might even be invited to a wedding or a celebration or a graduation or something along the lines of this. But the 10 of Cups indicates that there's something to celebrate, and this could be the celebration of a new chapter for you. This could be the celebration of a completion of a phase. This could even be just get-togethers that are just really fun, where you're just surrounded by all the people that you love. So there could definitely be some prominent opportunities for that in the month of July for you. And then we also have the Knight of Wands, and he is reversed here. Whenever the Knight of Wands comes up reversed, it can indicate that we are thinking about a redirection, which is sort of what I was feeling for you in the beginning, that you're maybe thinking about redirecting your life or making some sort of shift or change. There might be something that once brought you happiness and now it's kind of like, it's not fueling the fire the same way as it used to, you know, like the flame is sort of kind of not as strong as it used to be. And in that case, I just feel like you're going to be redirecting your focus or focusing on bringing things to the next level, because maybe this is about just going to the next level with something, making something better than it's ever been before. You know, making progress in some way, because I feel like you're just done being at the same level. That's sort of the vibe I'm getting here. It's like you've been at this certain chapter for a bit now, and you're ready for something greater. You're ready for an up level. You're ready for an advancement or something more that can keep you going and keep the spark alive. So that is what I'm seeing for you for your month of July, is definitely like up leveling yourself, keeping the spark alive, going to the next level. And there is something that you will be sort of celebrating, and there's some sort of achievement or progress that you will see and you will be making with this new idea, where this new gut instinct is guiding you. So that's going to be exciting. And again, this could indicate like weddings, birthdays, get-togethers, important gatherings, really fun social celebrations, and things like that. So I am also seeing that for you. The next card that we have is the card of health. Really interesting. So you may also be focused on your health a little bit more this month. Like maybe you are focused on getting your health to a higher level. And of course, because we're also talking about advancement and taking your life to the next level, because that's what your reading is all about, is about taking your life to the next level. And the health card, since that's coming up, you may also be focused on taking your health to the next level. Some of you might be joining some sort of activity that helps keep you a little bit more active, and you might be taking your health closer into your own hands, where you're like, I'm going to start joining this a couple times a week, or I'm going to start improving my diet. I'm definitely feeling like diet shifts for a lot of you, focusing on health in all sorts of different ways, to where you can feel like you have more vitality, more energy, more health, more life within you, more flow of energy in your veins and all of that. So I think that you're going to be more focused on things that bring you more of that. Some of that might include getting out into the sun a little bit more rather than being cooped up inside. That might also be becoming more social, because sometimes when we're on our own a lot, or we're just so focused up in our own head, that's not good for us either. So this is like mental health, emotional health, spiritual health, and physical health. I think that you're going to be improving all those different aspects and doing things that can bring you to a much better state. The next card that we have is the card of peace. So another aspect of this is finding ways to bring more calmness into your life. That's a big thing I'm feeling for you, is is how to bring more calmness and ease into your life. More tranquility, more harmony. I feel like that's what you need right now, group number 4, is like more tranquility, more harmony, more ease in your life. I do also think that you are going to be feeling more content with your life, especially as you kind of begin this new path. I think it's going to bring you more contentment and you're going to feel more full of energy. We also have the card of strength coming up with the killer whale on top of that with the imagery. The strength card is overcoming. So there's something that you are overcoming, whether that be something with your health or overcoming a bad habit from the past or overcoming a feeling of being stuck. Having the strength to make new commitments, to focus on your health, having the strength to bring about peace, to also invite in this new chapter as well. Let's see, what else do we have for you? We also have ascension. You're definitely also, like you're ascending to a new level of your life. That's something that's been a common theme in this reading so far, is like you're ascending to a new height, and your gut instincts are also calling you to a new height. Because again, I really feel like your current way of being isn't fully exciting for you anymore. It's kind of like we've been here for a while. It's like, when is there going to be a change? When is there going to be a shift? When is there going to be, a new challenge, something new to learn, something new to get excited about? You're really taking your life to the next level, and your gut instincts, your intuition is guiding you to up level, to learn something new, to expand, to get out of the house, to get out of your comfort zone, to invite in new experiences. I'm hearing the word invite in new experiences. The next card that we have here is nature, getting out into nature more, getting out into the sunlight. That's exactly what we were just talking about, which is so crazy. I love when tarot does this. Like, I'll be talking about something, I'll get an intuition, and then like the next card will literally be exactly what I was just saying. So if some of you wonder why my readings get repetitive, I will literally get intuitive feelings on the group, and then the next card will literally be that, and then I tend to repeat what I had said because of the coincidence. So anyway, nature. I feel like one of your strongest aspects of the month of July is going to be getting out into nature more. There could even be like a vacation that you have planned, or some sort of move, or some kind of different things that you might be planning in your life during the month of July that is going to bring you out of your shell and bring you more into nature. And I feel like you've been called to get outside more, to get into nature more. And there could just be random opportunities popping up as well through the month of July that bring you out of the house more. So that's another thing. If you see birds around in the month of July, or if you're dreaming of birds, or if you see signs and symbols of birds popping up, that is your symbol to be more free, to spread your wings, to open up to new opportunities. And it's your sign to not stay the same, to not continue doing the same routine every day, the same thing every day. This is your opportunity to invite in change and to invite in newness, because that is what your gut has been calling you towards. And birds, or anything really with wings, is going to be your biggest symbol to spread those wings and to fly somewhere new, fly to a new tree, fly to a new branch, try something new. That's going to be your sign and symbol through this next month. Because group 4, I have to say, I keep getting this message that it's time for you to shift things up in your life. And I think that you've been feeling that too. So you probably already are like, yep, I've been feeling that as well. So our next card, we have the Seasons of the Heart. This one talks about growth, and I really feel like you've outgrown something. I keep getting this feeling like you've really outgrown something and you're kind of tired of it, and you're like, oh, do I have to keep doing this every single day? But I'm used to it and it's already part of my routine, and maybe I just need to continue that. I really feel like you've outgrown something. And don't feel guilty about that. I'm getting a message of don't feel guilty that you've outgrown something. It's totally natural and it's totally normal to outgrow things. You're just ready for something new. You've matured, you've learned, you've grown in all types of ways, and it is time for you to expand, explore new ideas. And it doesn't mean you need to, cold turkey just be like, oh, I'm quitting this and, that kind of stuff, unless that feels right for you. But, even just exploring new things and just beginning to spread your wings, beginning to expand yourself to new things. That's what I'm really seeing for you for the month of July. Because you've outgrown something and you're ready for a new bloom. Okay. We also have our next card, which is Wings of Light. What did I just say earlier too? This is what I'm talking about. Like, messages will repeat in these readings because I will feel things prior to another card confirming it. But we have another card confirming wings. Then we have the wings over here. We have the wings over here. Winged creatures are going to be your biggest sign, like I was saying earlier, in the month of July. This is time for you to spread your wings. She has wings. She has wings. Wings. Like there's wings everywhere in this reading. So birds, butterflies, airplanes even, anything with wings. That is your sign to expand, to look towards newness, to allow the flow of newness, to allow yourself to travel to new ideas, expand yourself, try new things. It's time for you to up level. It's time for you to go to the next level. And again, you've been feeling this gut instinct, I feel like, for a little bit, that it's time for you to expand and explore new ideas. So now we're going to move on to our oracle cards as well as our astro dice. If you guys have been here before, you know the astro dice drill. Basically what we're going to do is roll the astro dice 3 times to get the top 3 most likely zodiac signs to be in your life during the month of July. And this could be a reflection of somebody's sun, moon, or rising sign, or even a reflection of your own. So let's go ahead and see what those top 3 are for you. So we have Virgo coming up. We also have Scorpio and Aquarius. Virgo, Scorpio, and Aquarius are the top 3 most likely zodiac signs. This could be somebody's sun, moon, or rising sign, or even a reflection of your own. So now let's go ahead and roll all these together. We have the North Node, so this is all about your future and where you're going, in Leo in the 9th house. Okay, you're being called to maybe be a little bit more selfish this month. Not in a bad way, but in the way of where it's a month for you to focus on yourself and your destiny and what you desire, what you want to create in your life, the direction you want to move towards. And it's also a month of expansion with the 9th house here. Some of you may even be called to travel or move. The North Node in the 9th house, you might be called to make travel plans or to move somewhere new or to even study something new, because the 9th house is also about higher learning. So you may also be called to join a course, join a class, expand yourself, buy a new book, read it, study something. This could be you being self-taught in something or going for a course or expanding yourself through travel or through moving. But it's really a time for you to focus on what you want. With the Leo energy here, this is time for you to focus on what is my heart calling me towards. Your heart is going to be speaking to you this month, group 4, very strongly and very powerfully. So, yes. Let's go ahead and dive into our last oracle cards here. We're going to try to get 3 of them to get any last information for you. So group 4, what is any last information for my group 4s? Let's go with these ones. These ones felt like they wanted to come out. We have guidance. Find safety in your beacon's light. So guidance, I feel like this is talking about how your gut is going to be really talking to you. Like your intuition is going to be very strong. Follow your inner guidance. Your inner guidance is your gut instincts. That those inner knowings that you just get, those inner knowings like, I just know I'm meant for more, or the feeling of, I just know I'm meant to let this thing go, or I just know I'm meant to expand, or whatever the case may be. Follow those gut instincts. Trust your gut. Your gut always knows what's best. Your gut is literally your inner GPS. It's literally your soul speaking to you, okay? And the last two cards is perseverance, stay the course. Stay the course of what your gut is telling you, that beacon of light that you're following, the gut instincts that you're following, stay the course, persevere. And trust that you can get where you desire to go. And then the last card here is generosity. What good is treasure if you keep it for yourself? I think that there's going to be a moment in your future of sharing your wins. Right now is the time of focusing on you and gaining those wins. However, I feel like there's a time in the future coming where there's a reminder to share your happiness, to share your wins, to give back, right? Everything is about that ebb and flow. And I also feel like this is the universe's time to be very generous with you. I feel like the month of July is going to be about the universe being generous with you. But this is also a time of being generous with yourself as well. With that Leo energy, Leo is the sign that when it's mastered, it knows the perfect balance of selfishness and giving. Because Leo is one of the most giving zodiac signs. But on the contrary, it can also be the most selfish. But when you have those in balance, you have the perfect mastery of Leo, where you know how to balance what it is that you need, how to focus on you. Because again, you can't give to anyone if your cup is empty, right? You will never be able to be generous or give to others if your cup is empty. So Leo is when you master how to focus on yourself, how to put yourself first, how to fill your own cup, and then being generous from there. Because once you're overflowing, it's like, yeah, I got more to give. Yeah, I have that. And I feel like the month of July for you, group number 4, is about focusing on filling your cup before filling anyone else's. But then once yours is full, that's when we can give. That's when we can share that generosity. Because what good is a full cup if we're not able to celebrate and give to others and all of that? So I feel like the month of July is this beautiful learning about putting yourself first, filling your cup first and foremost, and then sharing and basking in that generosity, celebrating that, and being able to give to others and uplift others and show others how they can fill their cups, and being that inspiration for others and that permission slip for others, saying, hey, I focus on myself first, I put myself first, and then that will inspire others. Hey, I gotta focus on filling my cup as well, rather than expecting to get it from other people, rather than expecting that my cup is just going to fill itself on its own, all of that. So I feel like this is the month of learning that balance, and that is what we have there. It is time for you to go to the next level, group number 4, to up-level yourself, to continue with where your gut is guiding you, to explore that more, following that guidance, and filling up your own cup, putting yourself first, and all of that jazz. So that is what we have here for you for the month of July. My beautiful group number 4s, I'm sending you so much love, and I hope to see you next time. Bye. Okay, so group number 5, I'm super excited to see what we have in your group, because when I was pulling cards, I just felt like choosing more for you. So yeah, you kind of have more cards than the other groups, just because there was a lot of energy here. So again, I'm curious to find out what we get. So if you chose group number 5, this is gonna be your reading, and let's hop right into it. Okay, group 5, we start off with 2 super powerful cards here. I'm also gonna change my camera battery really quick. It's about to die, and I don't want it to die in your reading because there's some stuff here. So I'll be right back. Okay, we are back. The camera battery is changed and it will not die during a reading. So we have the Flower of Life and the Power over 7 Scorpions. This is going to be a big month for you, Group 5. First off, the flower of life is the manifestation of something. You've probably planted certain seeds, planted certain ideas. Maybe you set the intention that you really want to do something or you really want to manifest something into your life. And let me tell you, Group 5, that thing is going to be manifesting into your life in the month of July. Or you are at least manifesting the opportunities, or the path is going to be revealed to you, or you're going to again get the opportunity or something like that for something that you've been wanting to manifest. So yeah, that for one, that's super exciting. Also, the blue in this card is sticking out to me so profoundly. I feel like this is a month of finding your voice, finding more confidence, being able to speak more clearly, to communicate more honestly, more openly. I feel like you're opening up. There's been something here where maybe you felt blocked to fully speak, or maybe you've noticed that your mind has been getting distracted lately, or you've had some brain fog or something like that. And the month of July, I see a wave of clarity coming through, and I see this type of lucidity where you're able to really focus and you're able to stay focused and also communicate in a more powerful way. And I think you're also tapping deeper into yourself to where you're going to be able to reflect more, see more, understand more about you and your emotions, especially if your emotions have been a little bit confusing to you lately. And if you've been wondering like, why am I feeling this way? Or why is this coming up? And I don't understand this. If so, I see clarity coming for you. I see this deep understanding. And if there's also a situation that's maybe even been confusing for you, I see deep understanding coming through that as well. And it's interesting that you also chose this opalite crystal, which has this sort of blue color on it, sort of similar to the blue color that we're seeing here. And I really feel like this blue energy is sort of this wave of clarity, cleansing, openness, flow. Whatever was blocking you before, you're gonna have understanding on it, and I really feel like you're washing it away. Like you're washing away old blocks. And I see you rising higher. You're rising to a higher level of vibration, of frequency. Even if that sounds super esoteric, that is what's going on. Like you're rising to a new level. And I do feel like there's gonna be more productivity in your life. Like you're getting things done faster because you have a clearer vision, you have a clearer understanding of your path. Like if your path has been confusing, Group 5, it's not confusing anymore. The month of July, you're gonna have a clear road. There is clarity coming. Spirit keeps showing me this vision of a very foggy road, and then all of a sudden this huge wave comes and somehow wipes away the fog and takes it with it, and then all of a sudden the sun is shining and it's this clear road that you're like, oh, I know exactly where to go. And there's also like, for some reason, Spirit's also showing me like seashells on the side of that road that are like so clearly guiding you. It's like you're gonna feel attracted to a certain path in your life in the month of July. It's going to look more attractive. It's going to look more enticing, and you're going to know where it is that you want to go. You're going to know what it is that you want to do, and you're going to know what choices to make that are going to bring you closer to your happiness. Things are just much more clear in the month of July for you. So that is what we have right there. And let's dive into some more cards here. So the next one that we have is the Seven of Cups. Okay, so that talks about cloudiness and not being able to decide on something. So if you've been feeling that way lately, and if you've been feeling scared to maybe make a choice, to make a decision, in the month of July, you are getting all your ducks in a row and you're figuring out all the things. I feel like by July 9th or 10th, maybe even the 11th, I feel like you're figuring something out, gaining clarity on it. There's also a message from Spirit right now saying to trust yourself. It's okay to trust yourself. This is a time where you need to begin trusting yourself. Let's see, we also have the Wheel of Fortune, and it is being reversed in this particular reading. And that's okay, even if it does come up reversed. So the Wheel of Fortune, when it is reversed, can indicate that there was maybe some like chaotic energy or some unpredictable things that happened into our life that maybe turned things upside down, or maybe we've been feeling not as fortunate lately as we once were. Like maybe our fortunes are going down, maybe our money feels like it's dwindling a little bit, and overall we're just feeling not quite as abundant or not quite as fortunate as we once did. However, again, the month of July, there's a huge shift happening for you, a huge shift. Clarity is coming. You're going to see a clearer path to get to your manifestation. And I do feel like certain manifestations are actually coming in and popping into your life in the month of July. Something that you've been hoping for or wanting is happening. And it all comes from rising up your energy, taking your power back, and taking action. That's going to be your biggest thing. We also have the Lovers being reversed. Ooh. If you've ever needed validation from other people in order to move forward, this is your month of no longer needing the validation of others. This is the month of gaining the confidence and the power in yourself to believe in yourself. Also, if you've ever had a people-pleasing tendency to, maybe we fear rejection, or maybe we fear the judgment of other people, or maybe we fear that other people are going to have a difference in opinion or something. I just see you taking your own independence to a higher level and calling back the freedom to kind of make choices for yourself, to follow your own inner voice, your own inner guidance. It's going to be a lot easier for you to make decisions in the month of July because I see a lot of new information coming in and a lot of big realizations happening for you. Ooh, big realizations. Okay, even by the 15th, I feel like you're having even bigger realizations. So July 15th is another significant time. For some of you, it may be the 16th of July, but there's going to be big epiphanies happening that are going to help you move forward. We also have the Magician being reversed here as well. When the Magician comes up reversed, okay, this is interesting. We have the Wheel of Fortune reversed, we have the Lovers reversed, the Magician reversed. These are all major arcana cards. You're going through a major time of your life right now, Group 5, and it might feel like things are taking a while to manifest. It might feel like no progress is being made. It might even feel like every time you put so much energy into something, you get nothing in return. I promise you that karma will be balanced. Like you will get your payoff, but you need to continue taking action. That's like one of the things that I'm hearing in this reading. Also, who is your idol? Yeah, this is a random question coming up. I'm sorry if this seems like so left field, but who do you look up to? Because when the Lovers is reversed here, we may be getting advice from people who tend to give us maybe bad advice, or maybe tend to not give us advice that's very helpful. So when you look up to people that have done what you want to do or accomplished big things that are at least similar to what you desire, when you look at their story and how they did it and realize you have the same potential and power within you to do these things, but to also see that you're an individual and you get to be unique in it, and trusting your own path, but knowing that you do hold the same potentials and you do hold the same ability to make things happen, to manifest something big in your life, okay? Let's dive into the next few cards. We also have the Strength card coming up. So this is about persevering, having willpower, having the strength to overcome any obstacle that comes in your way. Some of you may be focused on even going to the gym more, and maybe you're like, I really want to build more muscle. And I see that being something that you make progress on in the month of July, if that's something you've been thinking about. We do also have the card of imagination. So this can also be a very creative month for you as well. I also see problem solving happening. If you've been facing different problems in your life, the solution I feel like is going to be a lot easier to find in the month of July. It just seems like your imagination can easily pick up on things, and you can easily find the strength and the ideas to overcome any obstacle that you may have to face in the month of July, or an obstacle that you may even be facing right now. The next card that we have the Magician card once again, but from a different deck. So we have the Magician card here being reversed, then we have the Magician card upright. This is a month of believing in your abilities. If you doubt your abilities to do something, or if you question like, I'm not good enough, or I don't have the right tools, or I don't have the right skills, all of these things, if you currently feel like you don't have the right skills or tools or equipment or resources to do something, the fact that we have these two cards coming up can indicate that you're garnering those resources. So you might be investing in things so that you have the resources to do what you want to do, or garnering the education of some kind to learn what it is that you need to learn in order to do what you want to do. You're problem solving though heavily in the month of July, but in a good way, not in like a overwhelming way. This is in a good way. Like, anything that you're facing right now that makes you doubt your ability or capability to achieve something, you're changing that around in the month of July. You're going to find all the means to buy the right things, develop the right skills, and become more confident in yourself and get the right resources. You're finding all of that in the month of July. Ooh, powerful. Okay, the next card that we also have the card of reflect. This card is all about a lot of inner learning. And I see that that's something that's going to be very powerful for you. I also think that you're going to make a big flip in your life. This flip is going to be where you kind of outgrow who you've been, and you are becoming someone new. And you're going to be able to look back and reflect on who you have been, the values you used to have, and you're going to see how far you came. Because group 5, you've already come so far in your life, you've done so many things, and you may forget to give yourself credit for that. You may forget to see that sometimes and fall back into doubting your abilities, listening to the naysayers, listening to the judgments, letting fear overcome or letting fear wash over you. Reflect on how far you've already come. Reflect also, group 5. Reflect on how many fears you've already overcome and have outgrown. Different fears that you used to have about not being able to do something, not being adequate, not having a certain skill. You've already overcome so many different blocks in your life, so many old fears that you used to have, and it brought you to where you are now. So don't look at your current obstacles or your current fears or your current challenges as permanent, because they're not. You've already grown so much and you have the ability to do that again. In fact, it'll probably even be easier this time because you've already gotten over old fears. You've already overcame certain challenges in your life. Reflect on that more and begin to give yourself some credit. Like, give yourself a pat on the back, group number 5. Like, you've already done so much. So don't doubt your ability to do it again, because you have the ability to continue doing that. Okay? We also have the card of the Seeker. And this one's really interesting because it has little teeth on it, and she's like having her palms wide open. Teeth are something that resembles self-worth, especially if you have dreams of like teeth falling out or teeth chipping. It indicates that the way that you're thinking or things that you're doing are putting down your self-worth. Like, you might be thinking thoughts that are like, I'm not good enough, or who am I to think I could do that? I could never do something like that. Like, it's something like that. You're chipping away at yourself. You're chipping away at your ability. You're chipping away at your capabilities. So if you do have those dreams, that's kind of what they normally represent. And with this card, the Seeker, this is about seeking more worth and realizing, hey, I have that. I have so much worth. It's not something you need to seek externally. It's something you need to seek internally. To see, hey, I've actually already done all of these things, and I can do it again. If I've overcome old fears, I can overcome new fears. Maybe when you were little, you used to be afraid of the dark, right? I know I did. Oh my gosh, when I was little, I went through a huge time of being afraid of the dark. And I used to think I'd never overcome that. I actually was scared of the dark even into like my early 20s. Like genuinely scared of the dark to where I'd always sleep with a nightlight on. And I never thought I'd overcome that fear because it was just something that, I don't know, it was just there. And eventually I overcame that by just challenging myself to overcome it, by challenging myself to sleep without a nightlight, by challenging myself to say like, hey, it's actually going to be okay. It's going to be fine. There's no reason to fear this. And I've easily overcome that fear. But way back when, if you told me that I could overcome that fear, I'd be like, what? And I know that fear sounds so silly. Like now that I'm older, even though I had that fear way into adulthood, kind of embarrassing to say, but whatever. But now that we're here, I look back on that and I'm just like, I can't even believe I used to be scared of that. I can't even believe I used to doubt that, right? But this could be other fears too. Fears of rejection or fears of judgment or fears of other things. Whatever it may be, you have the ability to overcome anything. If you've done it before, you can do it again. So seeking within you and finding within you that what you seek externally can be a very powerful practice, if that makes sense. So the next card that we have is the Get Wild card. I see that you're finding your voice. You're learning how to howl. You're learning how to speak. You're learning how to stand your ground. You're also learning how to be a little bit more, I don't want to say the center of attention, but you're learning how to come out of the shadow more. If you're someone who tends to kind of stick to the shadows, you don't want to be seen, you don't want to be heard, you're learning how to overcome that in the month of July. You're learning how to own a little bit more of your voice. It's going to be an important thing for you to do that as well. It's going to be really important on like your path in life. How to be more wild and free. Tap into that wild and free side of yourself rather than the side of yourself that tends to be overly complacent or tends to be a people pleaser or to try to condition yourself to follow the norms of society. You know, I really think that you're being challenged right now to kind of step out of that zone or out of that box, to be a little bit more wild and free, to see all that you're capable of and to reflect and realize, hey, I've actually done a lot and I can do it again. I can do it again. There might be things that you never thought you would ever own, such as a certain laptop that maybe you wanted when you were younger and that you have now and you're like, I never would have thought I could have ever gotten that. That's crazy. Or, you know, whatever the thing is, right? A car that you drive, or getting into a school that you're in right now, or getting a job that you always wanted, whatever it is. Like, you've already achieved certain things that you never dreamt were possible. So get wild. Get more wild and free and realize, oh, hey, I can start asking for more. I can start setting intentions that I'm going to achieve certain things. Look, he's at the top of the mountain. Like, this is about owning your ability to achieve. You have the ability. It's time to start believing in yourself more. And the month of July is all about believing in yourself so much more, group number 5. So let's dive into more cards. We also have Don't Compromise. Don't compromise yourself. Don't accept less than what it is that you deserve. Don't compromise your desires either by saying, oh, that's a bit too big for me to want. That's too big for me to dream about. You know what? Let's dream about the biggest thing ever. And even if we get, maybe we don't get that biggest thing, but at least we're going to get a lot closer to it than if we set the bar a lot lower, right? Don't compromise yourself. Go for what you want. And know that you can get there by taking steps towards there. Okay. We also have Creativity as another card for you. I see that you're also going through a lot more self-acceptance. Like beginning to really accept yourself for who you are. I'm also hearing accepting your appearance. There might be something about your appearance that you don't like. The month of July, I feel like you're going to be overcoming some of that dislike, I guess, for lack of better words. I see that you're going to be more confident in yourself and you're going to see the beauty in yourself that you maybe haven't seen before. You're seeing more beauty in yourself. You're feeling yourself more, getting more creative with yourself and all of that. We also have the card of positive future. Let me put this one down here. Positive future. This is time to start believing in your positive future because you're manifesting it. I got goosebumps when I said that. You're literally manifesting your best future right now. You're manifesting a very positive and beautiful future. So this is time to start believing in yourself. The month of July, I think, is going to be more positive than you think. And I think it's just going to continue to get more positive through the month of July and through the rest of this year. Spirit's showing me 11 months is 11. Why is the number 11 popping into my head? 11 months. You're going to be somewhere so profoundly different than where you are right now. It's going to be so much more positive, and it's going to be so different than where you are right now. So yeah, that brings us to what, next June? Next June or next May, even depending on when you're watching this. But yeah, I feel like 11 months from now, you're going to be in such a different place. And I also feel like there's going to be some sort of success that you're reaching around that time that you're going to be very proud of. So I'm going to sip more of this tea, and then we're going to dive into our oracle cards and our astro dice. So first off, we're going to take the zodiac sign dice. We're going to roll it 3 times to get the top 3 most likely zodiac signs to be in your life during the month of July. This could be somebody's sun, moon, or rising sign, or even a reflection of your own. So let's see what we get for you. We have Libra. Libra's been coming up for a lot of people lately. And Capricorn and Aquarius. Libra, Capricorn, and Aquarius are the top 3 most likely zodiac signs to be in your life during the month of July. And again, that could be a reflection of somebody's sun, moon, and rising sign, or a reflection of your own. Now let's go ahead and take all of these together. So we have the 10th house, Venus, Pisces. Venus and Pisces in the 10th house. That can talk about media. Some of you might have a job in the media, or might desire to make some sort of progress in the media, or to achieve a certain milestone in the media. Like some of you, I feel like, might have careers in the media. And maybe there's a milestone that you want to reach, or a dream that you have, or a goal that you have within that. And if so, this would be confirmation saying that this is possible and this will be happening for you in your future as long as you continue to put energy and action towards it. Also, Venus in the 10th house with Pisces, there's opportunities to make more money. And I think that you're going to be coming up with new ideas to make more money, or maybe even invest your money during the month of July. And I do see more prosperity coming in for you. And I just see you diving deeper into exploring these new ideas and developing them. So that is what we have there. Now let's go ahead and dive into our oracle cards to get any last information for you. We have Flow. Let your worries drift away. That one came up for another group too. Let your worries drift away. When we spend so much extra time worrying about certain things, it really steals our energy, drains our confidence. All the side effects of worrying are never good. Worrying is never a positive thing. We can have caution about certain stuff, but worrying steals our energy and it's not productive. Worries is when we worry about something that has not happened yet. There's no point in putting extra energy into it. It's only worth putting energy into the things that are right here, right now. Rather than worrying about the future, because then you're just spending extra energy that you could use on something much more productive to even get you out of that situation, or to find solutions, or to deal with whatever problem that you have at hand. Worrying does not help. And so let your worries drift away. And then we also have take the helm, be in control of your own ship. So rather than letting other people decide for you, rather than letting other people influence you, or feeling the need to do things for other people that take away from your own integrity, take the helm, be in control of your own ship. Getting that self-trust back, also to be in control of your own shit, because sometimes when we don't trust ourselves, then we're like, oh, I need somebody else to steer for me or to make decisions for me. This is about you making decisions for yourself. We also have guidance. Find safety in your beacon's light. Find safety in your beacon's light. So this is about following your own inner guidance, your own intuition, your own gut instincts. Your gut will never lie to you. So when we follow our gut, if our gut is truly speaking something to us, and if our gut is saying, I no longer want to go down this path anymore, or if your gut is like, we need to go down this path, we need to explore this, listen to that and follow your own beacon's light without asking other people. Other people's inner gut instincts might be saying, no, don't go do that, because for them, it's not right for them. But however, your gut instincts might be saying, yes, this is right for me. That means you should follow what's right for you. You should follow your own gut, right? Not everyone has the same purpose. Not everyone has the same outcomes, and not everyone's meant for the same thing. So everyone's going to have a different guidance system, right? Then the next card and last card that we have is listen. The secrets of the sea become apparent when we listen to the sound within the shells. So if you need to figure something out, sometimes sitting back and just listening to the signs or to your gut or to the other subtle things that are happening. Sometimes when we just sit back and relax without trying to force or overthink, that's when our best ideas come to us. That's when we're able to have better flow and mental clarity to help us see solutions to any problems that we might be currently facing. So that is the last card that we have for you, my beautiful group number 5s. It looks like there's a lot happening for you this month, and a lot of growth, of confidence, and building something new. I really feel like you're garnering all the resources, and you might even realize you actually already have all that it takes to begin. You already have all of that. That's what I'm really actually feeling for you, group 5. You already have all of that. So it's within realizing that you've already done all of this before. You've manifested things, and you have everything that you need to start right now, to start moving forward, to either start saving your money for something or to begin investing it into something, to buy the resources that you need or make the moves that you need to make, to learn the knowledge that you need to learn, all of that. I'm really hearing that you have what it takes to begin now, to at least start that journey in some way, shape, or form. And you got it. You have what it takes. Believe in yourself. Okay, group number 5, that's one of the biggest messages for the month of July for you, is to believe in yourself. Something that you've always wanted to manifest, the doors are opening. It is sprouting into your life. And I'm so excited for you. So thank you so much for joining me here, group number 5. I hope you enjoyed this reading all about your month of July. And I'm sending you so much love, and I'll see you next time.